Previously on Words, Music, Dance.
What's going on, man? I just finished watching episode 7 of Words, Music, Dance, Disney's World. I want to just chime in with a couple of things that I thought of while I was watching the video. But with Kaepernick visiting Rikers Island, I feel like it's not fair to him because he's really just trying to help people out, especially these less fortunate people. They're locked up for who knows what. It may be for victimless crimes. Who really knows what it is? But he's trying to help them stay motivated because once they get out of there, he's trying to help them get back on their feet. That's something that I thought of, like when people get locked up, what happens to like their credit score if they can't make payments on certain things? They come back and they're already behind on the race. So he's just really trying to help them out. I understand the cops do fear for their lives because, it's an everyday thing. You never know what's going to happen, but it's a point of understanding that you guys are saying. Like, you have to be able to understand both sides of the story. Like, Kaepernick doesn't hate cops. He just hates the injustice that's been brought to light now. And how everything's magnified because of social media and everything like that. Everything is just blown up. So injustices have been going on forever. He's the only one that's really trying to speak up right now. In terms of the Disney acquisition of Fox, it's good and bad. Like you guys were saying, a lot of people look for the good because of what they get out of it. Like, yay, the X-Men are coming home tomorrow. They've had rights to the X-Men and everything else except for the movies. But now that they can put them in the movies, a lot of people are just like, oh, they're going to throw them to the Infinity Wars. They're not. These movies are pretty much done. The thing you guys were talking about, it may be limited because Logan, for example, had an R rating recently. Deadpool was definitely an R-rated character in the comics. His movie was great because it was R-rated. Like, is Disney going to let that fly? I understand part 2 is probably almost done filming and everything like that, so they probably won't cut that off. But moving forward, who knows what's going to happen? The freedom of expression, if you will, like the art and stuff like that, like comics and stuff that's considered art, if you will. It's all going to have like a Disney point of view now because you're all falling under this one umbrella. When it comes to comics, if I'm not mistaken, artists and authors, they take their own liberties with whatever story they're going to tell. So you get different story arcs. But I feel like it may be limiting all the workers that are under them now because they have to, fall under this one vision that Disney's going to uphold. Monopolies aren't good for anybody when it comes to really anything because competition breeds greatness. But if one person's controlling everything, like you may become complacent or it's just like a dictatorship kind of thing, which isn't cool at all. Like, nobody likes the Golden State Warriors nowadays because they're so stacked, right? Like, nobody's a fan of them, but you like the competition. Back in the 90s ball, everybody had like their own thing. Everybody had a piece of the pie, and everybody just had to prove themselves. That was great. Everybody brought out the best in each other. And in terms of, like, let's say net neutrality, if this does pass finally, Disney's in a great place for themselves at least because they're going to have so much content. Like, you want it. You got to pay them the extra just to get their stuff. I mean, I can keep talking about this for a while, but I think that should help the conversation a little bit. So, just follow me. My name's A Shady Monkey on Instagram and Twitter. Just send me a follow. Keep watching the show, man. Keep up the good work, bro.
This is a Silk exclusive.
Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy New Year, Merry Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah, Festivus.
Have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Yeah. So Jared, welcome back.
Thank you, my brother.
Got to have you back to first episode of 2018.
It feels good to be a part of part 1 of 2018.
Yeah. What did you do for Christmas, New Year's, and the holiday break that we had?
I worked, bro.
Okay, well, yeah.
As usual, I worked. Right. But it was cool because on Christmas, we had family coming over, and it was a dope night. My mom, myself, my grandmother, we made food, and other cousins they brought food.
Okay.
So it was kind of like a potluck, Christmas dinner.
That's what's up.
And then after that, it was like family game night. So it was a dope night.
Okay. That's what's up. It's good to know you got to celebrate with family and that's what it's all about. And even though you're not Christmas
Yeah, I have my reasons, but I'm not Christmas Eve.
But you got to spend with your family.
I'm all down for family.
That's what's up.
And then you was in down in.
I went down to Charlotte, saw my family. Got to spend some time. Me and my niece played some games, sort of. We found some old board games that she had. we just put together the traps for Mousetrap,
Right.
the game Mousetrap. We really didn't play. She got an Xbox One S, so I plugged it up for her, set her up with some games. But we mostly just watched movies, just kicked it, just chilled.
Family time.
Family time, family time. So, good relaxation. Good to take a break every now and then.
Yeah.
Refresh and rewind. But before we go any further, just want to remind the people that you can catch this every Wednesday exclusively on YouTube. Also streaming audio on SoundCloud, Google Play, and iTunes. And if you want to join the conversation, you can always comment below, as well as send in your emails, either video or text to a 2021vision at outlook.com, and on all social media at a 2021vision, all across the board. I just want to get that plug out the way. How to do that. We didn't have much to talk about today, but a lot just happened during the day. So if you caught the Hands of Time that me and Big John recorded.
What up, Johnny?
Yeah. For the New Year, we did like a little 2017 review. We spoke on Eminem's album.
Yeah.
How I didn't like it. John likes it. A lot of people do not like it. Some people do. He does have fans that still stand by it. But
Delusional.
M heard the criticism, and he released a remix to one of the tracks on the album, Chloraseptic, which was featuring Fresher, and he released the remix today with Fresher, with a verse from Fresher and a verse from 2 Chainz. And
2 Chainz.
on the song, he addresses the critics who were not fond of the album Revival, and
He took a shot at you.
I mean, not me personally, but at us that don't like the album.
Took a shot at me. I don't care.
And I mean, unfortunately, I feel like this aggravated, angry Eminem is what the album was missing. Truthfully, I think if he would have did that on the album, and maybe I feel he needed a purpose. I feel like the reason the album falls short is because he's looking for things to talk about. So him being critiqued and criticized kind of goes hand in hand with Walk on Water, right. Which is what he was talking about. Right. And this remix, he kind of felt the criticism and lashed out. So hey, if us of the feeling of not liking the album motivated you, you're welcome. That's all I gotta say about that.
Put that battery in your back, kid.
The battery's in his back. Now, if he take that to the studio and release another album, maybe it'll be better. Musically, I can't rock with the album. I get the concepts. I get the things he was saying. I just feel like audibly to my ears, it wasn't appealing. What did you think of the remix?
Honestly, I still think it was trash. I mean, look, it was better than anything that was better than the majority that was on the album. I like Eminem. I would have put him in my top 10, and that's just my personal opinion. But for it was like old Eminem coming back, and I know Eminem, is trying to get more mature. He's trying to be more sober in his lyrics and so forth. He's not trying.
Well, right. He's not on drugs. He's not on alcohol.
He's not trying to kill Kim. And whatever. And Haley's a grown ass woman now, so he's trying to. I guess his subject matter was going to mature with him trying to be older. But I haven't liked the Eminem album since Encore.
Okay.
I mean, Eminem Show was probably the best album I've heard, and then Encore was pretty good, and then ever since he started the whole R thing,
right?
Recovery, relapse, whatever, it just was trash.
Got you.
Just super trash. So now with this Revival is another R trash. So it's our problem. Yeah. So it's weak. I mean, it was a nice response, I guess to the critics, to say I can still be like this. But even at the end of Walk on Water, he said, I'm still the guy that may stand. Right. So it's like, okay, you can still have be angry Eminem, which people like, but at the same time, you don't be mad at us when we critique it and say your album was garbage. It's
Right.
going to sell because you're Eminem. Mm-hmm. You can put shit on a stick and you'll sell it. because
This one's
you're
not
Eminem.
selling as much as previous albums. And it could be a sign of the times. It could be, streaming now. It could be because he, dissed Trump and told Trump supporters, if you don't like that, then don't buy my album. Or it could be just because the album is bad. But, this one is not doing what his prior works have done. So, I think that's telling. When you're the highest selling rap artist in the history of rap, and when people are saying they don't like something, they might be right. They could, when the general consensus is saying something, they might be onto something. Maybe it's just not good. Maybe.
When a million people say your album is garbage, but 5 say it's hot, you can't say the 5 are right.
Right.
And the 1 million say you're wrong.
Yeah.
Like you address people who had commentary videos,
Right.
and so forth, and that's not
me.
But he said rappers. So you got like the only person I really know or even follow who does things like that is my song. But I don't remember really seeing him even have a commentary.
Yeah, I think when he said that, it was separate statements.
Like-
I think he was saying, he was talking to the critics one point, and then he was saying, but I'm better than rappers.
Right.
So I don't think he was calling out any rap. I think it was just rapper braggadocio. I think he was just saying, because he said I outsold, so I think he was just saying I'm still a rapper. I don't think he was really talking to any rapper specifically. That's my take on it. It just seemed like more a shot to the critics, and and him just saying, I'm still still the best rapper. This is the man that called himself a rap god. So
True.
He's always nobody really called him out. He had a beef with Nick Cannon over Mariah Carey. He inherited the beef with Ja Rule and them because of 50.
Right.
He never really was in anything on his own. Okay, the pop stars that he initiated.
Yeah, he did.
So he's never been in a rap battle. We know the 8 Mile battles he done back in the days.
B Rabbit was
Right. But after Rap Olympics, we haven't seen him in a lyrical warfare with someone one-on-one, toe-to-toe.
Right.
So he's just throwing names out there, see what happens. So
the most we had from that was Renegade, and that was just trading.
but that was him and Royce. Jay took the song for his album. So
Right.
even that wasn't really him and Jay.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That was him and Royce, and then Jay took the song and took Royce off and then put his verse on there. So
Or Bad Meets Evil.
right. So I'm done talking about M for now. The album is what the album is. Those that are happy with it, fine. I'm not saying Eminem is trash. I'm talking specifically about Revival. I don't like Revival. Trump didn't respond.
You know how bad your album gotta be that Trump didn't respond to you?
Yeah.
Like Trump probably had the advanced copy, and he was like, "I'm not even going.
Well, he has access.
I'm not even going to retweet this crap. I ain't gonna give this guy some press."
Yeah. But in other news today, the timeline was very busy today. H&M UK, but it's H&M.
Yeah.
Posted a picture of a new sweater that they're advertising or what have you. I'm trying to.
Coolest monkey
Yeah.
in the jungle.
Coolest monkey in the jungle. They have a black kid on there.
All greased up too, man.
Don't know if he was African American or if he was British. He's black, dark skinned kid wearing a shirt that says "Coolest monkey in the jungle." Obviously, monkey, jungle, it holds weight in the black community.
Right.
Derogatory terminology. From years of them saying we came from monkeys, to the King Kong analogy when they had LeBron on the cover of the magazine holding the girl, looking like King Kong and Fay Ray. Them talking about they called Serena Williams
A monkey.
a monkey. So what's your take on the outrage? Because the internet right now, that's all I've been seeing online all day.
It's heavy.
What's your thoughts on
It's
that?
heavy in rotation.
Yeah.
Well, does anybody buy Bathing Ape still?
Well, Chris Brown did until he started his own clothing line. Pharrell or Neptunes did until they started their own clothing line.
Right.
So there are some people that still do though. Some people still wear Bathing Ape, Bape for short.
Right.
But yeah, that's what it is. The little monkey logo on there. So
I mean, there's a lot of. And people,
I guess it's different if it's a logo.
rather than saying,
Yeah.
rather than saying he's the coolest monkey.
right. And it was also because in the picture, the full picture, I think is like a white kid next to him saying something like, not King of the Jungle, but like something of cool, something else. There's another kid in the picture as well. That's like so them two side by side.
I didn't know all that.
Yeah, there's another one.
No, I did go on the UK site. From the web when I was on Facebook, I did follow the link to see where to see if it was actually real or not. And I did remember seeing
Oh yeah, it's real.
this on for that particular printed hood thing. It did have 3 different hoodies.
Okay.
The coolest monkey one and another one, but the other 2, I forgot what it had printed on it, but it was 2 white kids.
Yeah, there was a yellow one that that I saw with like a white kid, and I don't know if the picture was in conjunction with or what, but
But it's pretty messed up that you saved the coolest monkey thing. That to me makes it more intentional. When you had the 2 white kids, with whatever on, but then you saved the coolest monkey in the jungle for the black kid.
right.
That's where your marketing thing goes wrong. Mangrove jungle survival expert. Yeah.
And looking at him,
And look at him like, man, you don't fucked up. Kid.
so I don't know if this is how the picture was together or somebody just put it together or what. I'm not sure, but I saw this picture.
That might have been. I think that might have been. I know. I remember seeing that sweatshirt, but I think that was like on the. It was in the same page, but a different photos. I think maybe somebody just photoshopped them
Probably.
screenshots for whatever. I don't know how you do Photoshop. That's the technology is beyond my belief.
Right.
But
however, yeah.
still, it's insensitive. And H&M on H&M's part is very insensitive because rather you and it's a lot of things are subtly racist. Or it had racist undertones from before, and even though we try to be the society that is so far past that, racism is still a prevalent thing. When people were freely calling us niggas, jigaboos, tar babies, and all that stuff, porch monkeys, watermelon eaters, like Little Rascals was only about 1950s.
Right.
That's only about 60-some years ago.
Right.
So. It's still a very our grandparents, parents were around for that. My mom was old enough for this, to see Little Rascals, and they had a lot of things with buckwheat and so forth. So, you have to. I'm pretty sure the marketing people in their 20s not really paying attention to a lot of undertones, but I'm pretty sure they have used some words or are aware of some things, and they're pretty smart to say, "Yeah, I'm gonna push the envelope." And that's a lot of things that a lot of people push an envelope to see how far they can go before they get caught or caught out, and that will hurt not much. And now here's why I say it's not gonna hurt much, because people are still gonna go to H&M.
Absolutely.
People still gonna buy the hoodie.
Yep.
The black kid's still gonna have a job as a model somewhere. The parents got their check. The kid got their check. H&M is. I didn't even realize it was a global company like that. But I know it's really not going to hurt them that much.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt them.
I mean, black people are still going to shop in there.
And that was my issue with today, just social media and the temporary outrage that we always have.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everybody's been posting it and this, and people reformatted, put a crown on him and all that stuff. Yeah, the kid now is gonna become a hero. You know, they're gonna somebody's gonna find him Diddy. Somebody's gonna find him, put him in a video, or
blow the candles.
They're gonna. And
my beef with the whole Southern Cry outrage is, I get we're offended when a white person or a white company says, monkey or other kind of racial stereotypes or epithets, against us. But we're also the same people that have no problem with our openly with our dialect, nigga. Especially using the word nigga or boy, son. It's my son. No, I'm not nobody's son.
Right.
I'm my father's son. That's who I am. But we have problems with others using it, but we use it vehemently, and I don't hear other people. I don't hear, and that's another topic, but I don't hear other Spaniards like, "Yo, what's going on?" Like what's up, my spick?
Right.
We're the only people that will actually turn a racial epithet against us, and to try to turn to something openly positive, I guess.
Right.
But we can't ignore. But we can't. So we can't say it's one thing now, and then be mad when somebody else brings it up, and then turn a blind eye the next day.
Right.
And then be slighted by it.
Right.
You can't have it both ways all the time.
Right.
So I mean, maybe it's a reach in terms of being mad about that per se. It is. I'm not gonna take from H&M. That was an open hand backhand slap to us.
I mean, monkey. We don't use that. We don't call each other monkeys and things like that. So that one is definitely
one person did. What? I remember that.
Somebody said my monkey?
No, he called Rick Ross when he said Rick Ross and 50th thing. He said monkey.
Was he talking about a monkey though?
I know he said monkey.
He was talking about a monkey.
I think he called him a monkey.
I think he was talking about a real monkey.
I don't know. I think he called 50 Cent a monkey.
I mean, but either way,
which is fucked up. But
nobody cared when Conor McGregor called Floyd Mayweather a boy.
Yep. They loved it.
People were still, rooting for Conor. And some people just felt it was WWE. It was entertainment. It was just them selling the fight. Fine. We still wear Timberland, Tommy Hilfiger.
Babe.
I mean, well, they never,
it's a monkey.
The CEO never openly said, I don't want
monkeys
these people wearing my, you know what I'm saying? But other brands have.
Right.
And
man, Tommy Hilfiger especially. Remember that.
And something like FUBU was looked down upon if you wore it. You know what I'm saying? Which was for us, by us. And we were like, I would not wear that. So we because we're so trying to fit into
white culture.
You know what I mean? And that's always been an issue for us. So that's why I feel like H&M, I have shopped there. I'm not going to say I never shopped there. I bought a shirt or two. Nothing. That's not my go-to place.
Nothing fits me there.
They don't really, I was going to say, they don't really make stuff for our size. Right. I've had a hoodie or something from there, whatever. But for the most part, I feel like the outrage that everybody has right now is for the internet.
Right.
It's hashtag anger. Nobody's gonna do anything about it. And if they do, stand up. If you're gonna do something about it, let me see it. If you really care. If for those that don't care, then they don't care. But if somebody's saying they really do care and they feel offended in some way, I want to see more than just a picture being edited, a post or something like that. Because like I said, I know a lot of people that are gonna be right back in the store. If not tomorrow, next month when the weather changes. Yeah, right. And that's just how I think about it. I think it's just a lot of, and truthfully, it's putting a lot of hype on H&M's page. They'll throw something on sale, or next month they'll have a Black History collection, and we're gonna buy it.
All Black Panther using it.
You know what I mean? They're gonna have something that's gonna be black and gold, right? They're gonna take the monkey to a panther,
Right.
and we're gonna eat it up. Oh yeah, I'm buying it. We're gonna forget all about this, and it'll be business as usual. So, you know, I just, that's how I feel. I don't think anybody's really mad. You know, it's just a cool thing to do. Like I said, it's been the topic of discussion all day, and let's see what happens tomorrow. You know, let me see what happens now when I log on into that tomorrow. See who still cares, because we forgot about Puerto Rico just got power back recently. Yeah. We forgot about Flint still got messed up water.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of, there are people that are in the trenches, but for the most part, a lot of people hashtag something or post something, and they really don't do anything or care. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see what happens.
It's only for the now.
Yeah. But speaking of standing up and in the trenches.
For too long, women have not been heard or believed if they dared to speak their truth to the power of those men. But their time is up. Their time is up. Your time is up.
Oprah had a speech last night at the Golden Globes.
Yeah.
And, wow.
Shut it down. Shut down Hollywood.
So basically, an ongoing story and a continuing conversation that we've had on Words Music Dance and, text messages, conversations, and everywhere has been Hollywood, and the sexually aggressive culture, the misconduct, and so forth. And
it's a rape culture.
Yeah. Oprah kind of spoke out in her speech, and she stood up and she told women to stand up. I mean, it's already been going on. We've already heard hashtag Me Too.
Yeah.
And she's kind of become the ringleader, the voice for the voiceless, and spoke up for it. And now people are saying Oprah for president in the year 2020. So we watched the speech.
Yes, we did.
You saw it again. What were your takeaways from her speech and the reaction amongst the crowd?
Definitely. I mean, hell, at that time it was only 7 days in the new year.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And she already starting off, on a strong foot. Mm-hmm. I mean, power to her. I mean, I definitely want women to feel equal to man. Mm-hmm. Because there's a lot of classism, maybe is probably the best word for it, where men greater than women, white males greater than black males, then it trickles down to divvies down to other sexes or whatever. Mm-hmm. So I definitely think women should feel more empowered because it's a male-dominated life. Mm-hmm. In most cultures, or majority of cultures, unless you're in Wonder Woman culture, it's a male-dominated society. Mm-hmm. So, lots of men have gotten over using their power and their status to, cultivate whatever they are and however they did it. And maybe she even benefited from the event. I don't know Oprah's story like that. I don't know how she got from Milwaukee to Chicago,
right?
Doing the news thing and then her own show. Mm-hmm. Don't know how all that happened. Yeah, I don't. And she definitely has been one of the most prominent black voices and faces, even from The Color Purple,
right,
and so forth. Like she's done a lot. Mm-hmm. There's no taking away from that, and she's had the most standby guy Stedman.
Stedman, shout out to Stedman.
Stedman has been there for over 3 decades.
Yeah.
You know, he's been there through it all.
Yeah.
It was a great speech, and it was also a warning shot that if you thought 2017 was bad, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Yeah. Yeah.
The faces, he can take screenshots through all 9 minutes of that speech of the majority of the guys' faces, and they're like, "Oh shit, I'm about to drop next, bro." Dude,
it was some nervous exits. There was a lot of nervousness in that crowd, and not even nervousness from guys that might have done something, but it was just a lot of awkward, uncomfortableness, like, or it was a lot of uncomfortableness. Like you said, it's looking like the beginning of a transition of power taking place, and it's interesting, because as much as people want equality, it seems like there's always someone in a position of power.
Yeah. So
the table's going to turn, and I don't know if it'll ever be 50-50. It's either going to be, the Me Too's or the men that were doing things. And it's like, the same thing I always feared is there are women that are rightfully, putting guys on blast and saying what they're doing. But there are also going to be some that are going to misuse the opportunity that they don't get, they don't get the part. He raped me.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. And I don't want to stereotype. I'm not stereotyping.
He's a man.
Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's now there's going to be a sensitivity towards that topic that is going to work in their favor. And it's going to be interesting to see where this goes. Again, Oprah spoke on truth, and all I want is the truth. All I'm looking for is the truth. If a man does something to a woman and she speaks up, by all means, he deserves what he gets.
Speak on it, sister.
However, I also feel that I fear that there will be some that will misuse the opportunity to lie on some people, and a lot of times when women do lie and then they just fall back on it, nothing happens to that woman. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times they don't even release the information anyway. That woman who accused Emmett Till.
I'm about to say that.
She on her deathbed admitted to lying.
Yep.
But she lived her whole life
knowing
that he was killed. He was brutally
responsible for his death.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't know how she lived. If she felt guilt, or if she just lived on and just said, "Oh, before I go, I was lying." I don't know how she was able to. It might have haunted her. It may have haunted her. I don't know. But what I'm saying. Just speaking to, like I said, there are women that do lie. Not all, but there are women that do lie, and a lot of times, the damage is done. The damage is done, before they even admit to it, or before anybody finds out the truth. So it's scary times now, where there was a time where nobody believed the woman, or the woman didn't come forward because she felt nobody would believe her. And it seems like now we're shifting to a point where the woman is going to be always given the benefit of the doubt, whether she's lying or not.
No.
So it's interesting to see where this goes.
And I think that's the compensation, because it's a male-driven society that now we give the benefit of the doubt to women when they accuse a man of something.
Right.
Like, for example, Bill Cosby and so
Right.
forth. Lots of other people it trickled down to, where now it's like, but the whole Me Too, just off of that, just going back to the Me Too thing. It's always kind of been like that for a while, where it's now is just another subset into that entity. Before that, it was it's because I'm black. Then now it's because I'm gay. But now it's because I'm a woman. So it was always because I'm woman, because not equal pay and so forth. But now. It's becoming more of a Hollywood issue, because before we just watch TV, watch the movie,
Right.
not pay any attention, move it on.
Right.
Now it's like, well, okay, now you can't see the same things anymore. You know, people trying to get more inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, gay rights got inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we're trying to get minorities more inclusion,
Mm-hmm.
which that got jumped over by, about gay rights. And
Right.
that's, I'm all for it, but at the same time, it's, you can't advance one without advancing the other that has been trying to advance openly for years.
Right.
You know, but women have been trying to advance for years too.
Yeah.
You know, you had that woman, the white lady, with the
Flexing the muscle, yeah.
You know, like that was there.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't there before.
Well, if you remember, black people was given the right to vote, and the women said, "What about us?" They said, "Okay, now none of y'all can't vote." They took it away from everybody. Then they finally said, "All right,
all of y'all,
everybody can vote." Right, but it was a point. So it's always been white men in power,
right?
And everybody else has always had to ask or fight for equal rights or some kind of inclusion in the party. You know, so and women have been here before. It just seems like now, I like I said, I don't want to seem like I'm saying all women are going to do it, but it's like now they have a weapon.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And pretty soon, white men are going to finally be saying, well, what about us? Eventually the table's going to turn back to where they'll be the ones oppressed.
What do you mean Denzel got that part?
Right.
What about me?
Right. You know
Me
what I'm saying?
too.
It's going to come a point where they're going to feel like,
what do you mean Macklemore didn't win?
right. Well, it's actually starting this year because the Grammys, for the first time, there's not one male, white male nominated for album of the year.
What about us?
So they're losing their power, and that's it. This whole thing is very interesting. It's a very big story that is playing out before our eyes that a lot of people don't see the bigger picture on. Because this is going to dictate a lot of. It's Hollywood, but then you got to remember there's also Matt Lauer. There was the NFL.
He
NFL.
was on some stuff though.
Yeah, but there's also the NFL with Marshall Faulk and a a couple of guys.
That was almost the entire NFL.
Right,
cast.
so that's corporate. That's corporate America.
Right.
These guys in offices, and then there's people that we don't know. There's names we don't know. So those are famous people, but there's also people that you may work with,
right, that
are going to be having these situations come up. So this is a very this Me Too movement is gonna really turn into
heads or roll.
Yes. But as always, the conversation continues. Feel free to comment your thoughts below. Whether you're watching this on YouTube, whether you're listening to it on iTunes, SoundCloud, or Google Play. And also comment across all social media at a 2021 Vision, and you can email me a video clip or just write in your thoughts and suggestions at 2021vision at outlook.com.
It's my birthday.
And yeah, I was going to throw into that. The next time you see this man, well, actually, it already passed.
I already passed.
Yeah. You're going away for your birthday, but happy belated birthday.
Thank you, my brother.
Happy belated birthday. He's a year older since the last time you saw him, and you're going away.
Yeah.
You going by yourself or?
Bahamas by myself.
Okay. Now this man is known for taking trips and
You're not going to come back.
yeah, finding reasons not to come home.
But I got a good job to come home to now, so I'm good.
But enjoy your trip.
Thank you, my brother. You gonna get something back?
Yeah. Next time we see you, you probably have some stories, some things overseas. Hopefully, you make it through customs and things. Hopefully, Trump don't change no rules within this week.
While I'm going.
I think we covered everything. Get out of here. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the show, hit the like button. Share it. Tell your friends about it. Let them know what's going on. Also, hit subscribe and the bell to be notified when new content is loaded, because there's much, much more to come.